Isn't he gorgeous? Isn't he a hot hunk of a man? But the truth is, I've been very lucky in love. My longest relationship lasted 7 hours, and 6 hours was pumping her up. Lay her on the bed, tripped on her, and she flew out the window. Very sad. Now, I've just been face raped. It's not as good as it sounds. What it is, basically, is when someone gets your password to Facebook, and they change your status. So my status says, Charlie Walduck is a big fat puff that wears ladies' knickers. Which I thought was, oh, save me a job later, hasn't it? And somebody put a message on Facebook for me today, and it's quite sad this. It said, Jackie and Stephen's mum and dad have just died in a house fire. The house has been destroyed. Please put this on your Facebook to show that you care. Well, of course I do care, but what good is it going to do them? And anyway, their computers have probably gone up in the flames. Talking of fires, I've got some breaking news here. There was a massive fire this afternoon in Primark. There was £17 worth of damage. Now, all you've been watching that programme on television, it's called Embarrassing Bodies. And it's, you haven't, have you? I've been watching it. It's like looking in the mirror for an hour. So I get very embarrassed about my body. I've got a slight problem with one of my testicles. And I went to the doctors this week and I said, you know, I've got a problem with one of my testicles. It just doesn't look like the other two. So anyway, there's this woman on Embarrassing Bodies, and she's never told her husband about this problem she's got. She's never shown anybody about the problem. She makes love to her husband in the dark because she's so embarrassed about it. So when did it run through her mind? I know what I'll do. I'll go on television and slap it out. So she's there on television, she's with Dr. Christian, and he says, drop me knickers then. So she pulls her knickers out. She's got 3 fannies, turns out she's sick of being fucked left, right and centre. I actually used to be a lot bigger than I am now, and I have this obsession with food, real obsession with food, it's really difficult. And I went to the doctor's once and got some tablets, and it said on the tablets, take an empty stomach. 3 years it took to take them. So anyway, I have this obsession with food. And the other day I was going along the street and I saw this sign, chocolate Labrador puppies for sale. I thought to myself, they sound delicious. And you know they were. And yeah. So anyway, I like to travel around. I go and watch the football often. I won't tell you what team. It's not a team around here anyway. But I was on the train the other week, and this big gang of lads got on, and they had bald heads and Union Jack t-shirts on, and they were walking a bit like this, you know. I can't do the walk very well. But they looked a bit menacing, and someone said to me, oh my God, it's the EDL. I said, I don't care what they say to me, I'm not changing my electricity supplier. I'm quite happy with British Gas. Driving up the street the other day, there's one of them signs, I'm sure you've seen them, and it says, there was 27 accidents here on this road, please drive carefully. So I'm looking at this sign, 27 accidents in the last year, please drive carefully. And as I'm reading it, I knocked someone over. I had to get out of the car and change it to 28. I was at the football match the other week, and they were having a bucket collection for people with prostrate trouble. So I filled the bucket. I was actually bursting to go on the side, but I was very good of them. I was very happy. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what though, they don't like using the toilets in B&Q, apparently there for display purposes only. And they go crazy when you wipe your ass on the towels. You know, where are them chocolate Labrador puppies when you need them? That's what I thought. And you know, have you ever noticed when people insult you, well, they don't really insult you, but they do insult you, but they say to you, I hope you don't mind me saying, but. So I hope you don't mind me saying, but you're ugly. I hope you don't think I'm being personal, but. So they'll do it with everything, don't they? I hope you don't think I'm racist, but. And then they say something very racist. Or I hope you don't think I'm sexist, but they say something very sexist. They might say, I hope you don't think I'm being homophobic, but those gay men insist on ramming it down your throat.
Hey!
Not me, continue, that's what I say.
Hey!
Oh, we've got a cheer over here.
Clap you so richly deserved.
Thank you for that. And finally, I'm very short of money as well. I even know how much a donut is. I'm very short of cash. I often rip the back of the settee out looking for money. I've been banned from BFS. I'm Charlie Walduck. Thanks very much. Good night.